Halloween is almost here.
Is it Halloween already?
So it's a perfect time to hit the streets and ask one simple question. What's your all-time favorite Halloween costume?
Okay, I'd have to say it was last year. I was a vampire. I even got like the teeth that you stick in and like blood everywhere. But this year I could be a naughty nun.
Probably Tarzan because my wife made a great Jane.
My ex-husband when he went as a pregnant bride.
My Deadpool costume.
Aerobics instructor.
A girl dressed up like the Exorcist, and she had the green goo all over her.
Elvis Presley. Phineas and Ferb. The big nose goes well with her.
I always wanted to be a pumpkin.
This woman had a costume one time where she made up a plate that went around her neck as if it were food to be served.
3 girls dressed up like the Kardashian sisters with the high heels and all made up with black hair, and the mother chasing them saying, "I want my 10%.
I'd have to say the time I went as Wayne, I ran into some guy dressed as Garth, and then we're friends now.
Oh, yeah, I wore a toga last year. Yeah, I just took my bed sheets and just wore it as a toga, so.
A flasher who could flash.
Adam. It was just a leaf.
A vampire guy was dressed in a vampire costume with no pants.
I was dressed as a Roman, but underneath it, I had underwear that was like the crotch section of the statue of David. And so I would lift it up and people would see David's...
Do not finish that sentence.
And there you have it. Some costumes are definitely scarier than others.
I'm dressed as Duty.
Happy Halloween, and always remember to never let your costume overstay its welcome.
Oh my God, take off the stupid costume.
Let's fire up the engine.
Roger, fire engine 1.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Got a lot of work to do here.
We've got a show to do.
Start your engine.
We got a show to do.
We got to do a show.
Start your engines.
Who likes fire engines?
What are you even talking about?
Start your engine.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm feeling more of a diesel engine this morning. A little slow to start, but once I get warmed up, we're hauling ass. Good morning. Happy Diesel Monday. Is it Diesel Monday? It is now. I said so. It is the final week of Rocktober. Oh, the month has just flown by. Really not. I feel like October's been about 6.5 weeks so far. You? What do you think? October's just been a long October. I don't know. It's supposed to be a long December, but it's a long October. And there's reason to believe. Got to hang out with my sis and my niece and her boyfriend and my dad. And Dad made chili yesterday, and we had a nice little evening there at the house. It was nice. We were going to carve pumpkins, but it's just garbage outside. Garbage outside today. It was yesterday. It was kind of just a poopy weather week. I'm not going to spoil things for Stone. We'll let him do his thing here later, but anyway. Spooky season is almost wrapped up, though. Halloween is this Friday. Had some costume ideas on the start of the show this morning. Did you find any good costume ideas? Anything appeal to you? Let me get over here. Sorry, had the wrong window open. Gosh darn it. Those guys. Those me's. Okay, I wanted to make sure that was rolling the right way. Got it. Had to finagle some things on my laptop this morning. I forgot. So, right? Right, John? Cheers to that. What was it, 35-27 was that the final, I think? I still lost my ass in my fantasy league this week again. That's okay. I am a consistent C- when it comes to my fantasy play. Because hooray for sports balls, I guess. Oh, guess what? It's National American Beer Day. So have a Yingling or a Stag or, Coors Light or whatever you're into. That's in moderation. But celebrate your American Beer Day. What's your favorite American beer? I mean, as far as just those big beers, I guess Yingling is probably going to take the cake. I'm not into the Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light, blah, 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 blight. I'll take Yingling Flight. But yeah, not really my thing. And I like the American craft breweries, the small guys, the Four Hands, the Mothers, your statewide breweries, your regional breweries. I appreciate those guys because it's fun to make beer. It's fun to brew beer. And they do so good. Leinenkugel. Yeah, that's a winner. Nothing like a liney for you, Heine. 35.25. That's what it was, yeah. John's got some spotted cow. That's good stuff, too. I'm going to have to, I guess I can, considering where I will be, I should make a pilgrimage to somewhere to get some spotted cow to bring home. You know? If I'm going all the way up there. Dad and I are driving to beautiful Green Bay this week on Friday, and it's worked out. And matter of fact, yesterday evening, I guess, when I got home from Dad's, I went on and I got us trolley tour first. We get off the trolley tour. We got 15 minutes till the stadium tour starts. I just back-to-backed them because that was basically what was available. But it'll work. Trolley tour, stadium tour, and then we can hit the Hall of Fame. You know, that's just open. So we can hit that afterwards after we grab some lunch or something. So, but that'll be our Saturday. And then Sunday fun day, we're going to watch Green Bay, hopefully, whoop on the old Carolina Panthers. Panthers. I ain't even no Panthers. I ain't even a domestic animal. Psh. Pass on the craft. Too many sucking ones. Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago, I felt that way more. Now, I really don't even have beer snob conversations. But I'll tell you what, Beehive Liquors here in Cape, right across the street from Food Giant, has got probably the best selection of just beer and liquor and everything else that I can think of right around here. Used to be Schnucks was the bomb diggity on that. And they still do okay, right? But it's different. I don't know. It's changed there. But, yeah, it'll be a fun weekend. I'm definitely looking forward to this trip. My dad's looking forward to this trip. I got him, and I know he ain't going to see this because, digital. Dad don't dial in. Terrible alliteration. Anyway, I got him, went on Fanatics or whatever it was. Got him the this year's military edition of the Green Bay Packers hoodie and sock cap. So I'm going to dress him out. I'm going to dress him out and dress him up. I'm going to play dress up with Pops. Okay, so it is National American Beer Day. That's been spoken of. It is Navy Day. Blue, navy blue, I'm so blue as I can be. 'Cause my Navy boys said ships ahoy and join the Navy. Not my Navy boy, my something boy. I forgot that, though. But it's Navy Day. It's also Cranky Coworkers Day. I am that coworker today. Happy Monday. I'm your cranky coworker. I paused for a second as my brain was thinking of something else. Yeah, if you tell me what you like, I will recommend for you some beers that will not disappoint. This is the season of dark beers, the stouts, the porters, the imperials that have been set up in a whiskey barrel, and it's so dark and it's got like chocolatey, woody goodness in it, and it's all like gnarled up, and then you drink and you're like, oh goodness, oh that's a complex, and then it's like a 12%. So you get 3 sips of complex and you think it's pretty damn good. You can represent the crank also. All right, Gregory, together, we're cranky coworkers today. It's Mother-in-Law Day. If you have a mother-in-law that is still around, celebrate her today. I think, I lucked out in life. Both of my mother-in-laws, and yeah, I had 2, turned out to be wonderful women. And I think most of them are. The stereotype of the mother-in-law, oh my God, here comes Edna again with her business. I never experienced that, and I'm glad I didn't. Some of you do. It's a stereotype for a reason. But I was lucky enough to have 2 wonderful women as mother-in-laws in my life. And it's Boxer Shorts Day. I am wearing my Duluth bullpen boxers today, the wolf ones. And I'm serious, if it weren't going to get me banned off Facebook, I would show you guys my underwear because I'm really proud of these. Carrie got me these. By the way, the bullpen underwear, they give you kind of a pocket. They're really nice. They're just nice. But anyway, Duluth makes great underwear. But these, on the butt, 2 big wolf eyes. Like, if you're looking at me, I'm looking at you. And on the front, it's got a wolf howling at the moon. Not howling at anything else. Don't insinuate. Don't get it twisted. It's a wolf howling at the moon. Because, hey, if If you can't have 3 wolves on your T-shirt, you can have one on your underwear on National Boxer Shorts Day. Your ex-mother-in-law is 93. I still talk 3 times a week to her. That's beautiful, Lorraine. That is beautiful. I don't regularly talk to my first mother-in-law, but every once in a while, you know, you run into them at Walmart or something, getting some milk, and you say hi. But we always had a good relationship. All right, today's TIQ is sponsored by, who is it sponsored by? Oh, it's sponsored by one of my favorite gingers, Alex Elfrink of State Farm. I hate how the cardboard goes blue screen. Alex, well, that's a lot of ink for Alex, but you get it. Alex Elfrink, State Farm agent, ready to insure your life from beautiful Jackson, Missouri. Like, that's too far away. No, it ain't. It's a digital universe. You can insure your ass from anywhere on the planet, probably. Your first mother-in-law was straight from a horror movie. You'll see? There's the balance, right? All right, courtesy of Alex Elfrink, here is your TIQ. I'm doing all this shit without my mouse. I don't know what's going on with my wireless mouse. I put new batteries in it. Still, it just disconnects. So maybe a driver update or something. I'm going to try that first. I like it. It's a gaming mouse, and it's multifunctional. I appreciate it versus them dinky little. That's one thing that bothers me about MacBooks and Apple shit. Is button. It's been that way since 1980-5. Just make a right click. Give me the ability. I hate that on Apples. Apples are anti-people with one arm. Got a control click or option click or whatever. The cost of owning one of these is about $21,000. Was ist? Oh, that's the only way I get to come back on. And it's kind of funny because I'll do that and it'll run for 30 seconds. It might run for 30 minutes. But I'm really tired of doing that. So I just put it back in my bag and said, I'm a grumpy coworker today and I'm not fucking with this mouse. Oh, that's funny, John. All right, guess away. We're going to get into your birthdays. It is birthday time on the old morning shoe. Did you ever play that game on your phone or on your computer where you had to, you just click an arrow key and the snake would turn, but you had to try not to eat your own tail and can catch the foods and all that and try to get a real long snake? That's a great time waster. A matter of fact, I think I used to play that game or something way back in the 80s when my mom worked at Pioneer Orchard. There was a Mac that the guy had in the back, and I got to sit there and play on it. It was a Macintosh, if we must be fully aware. It was the boxy Macintosh, but I always loved the little icons on them. I didn't put it in here anywhere today, but I don't know, maybe show it Wednesday. But yesterday my dad had a couple of memorabilia pieces he passed along to me. One of them was a paper I wrote, I think my freshman year of college. I'm guessing by the class number and stuff. Freshman or sophomore year of college maybe. About my future, about what I want to do in the future. I'm pretty sure it was my freshman year, judging by the content. But anyway, it was an interesting read here 30 some odd years later, to see what I had thought I would do in the future and how things have kind of, for some of it, come full circle. It was interesting. And then also along with that, though, was photos of when I was 9 years old, my Little League team. And I'll talk more about it when I show you the picture. But anyway, everything you'd expect from 1983. Just big floofy hair. There you go. We're all up in it. But there were some dear friends in that photo that are still friends of mine today, and some that we have lost. And so it was kind of a poignant moment for me last night. I'll be dead honest. I didn't have my glasses with me when Dad gave me the picture. I couldn't see who was in the picture. I was pissed off because my eyes were really just worn the hell out yesterday. But anyway, and none of you are right so far, by the way. I'm keeping an eye on it. 1990s boomboxes. Ah, God, yeah. We had a boombox conversation yesterday. My sister and I did. But anyway, it's just interesting. So we'll dig in on that photo later. I know at least a couple of those guys that have popped on the morning show too that are in that picture, and well, that'll have to be a down the road. All right, let me look above the Mac. I don't think you had any guesses since then. No. Okay, Mac, automobile, boom boxes, battery supplies, 5-blade razors, printers. Stay in the local jailhouse. I wonder what that actually does cost you. To do some research. Not my research. Somebody else research and tell me. Pool, horse, boat. Horse is a good guess. I would say over the lifetime, I bet a horse costs way more than that. Way more than that. Just thinking feed costs. If you consider boarding, if it's a horse that you're actually riding and saddle and tack and all that kind of stuff. Horses are damned expensive. That's why you don't see many poor people riding horses. A boat, a divorce. God, I hope not. A DWI. That might be pretty accurate. I don't know. Not it, though. Once you figure in that SR22 insurance, you're going to get chewed up. Happy birthday to Mimi Sheffer. Happy birthday, Mimi. Mimi is a cool cat chilling on the sidewalk. What's up, Mimi? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Matt Boxdorfer. That's a cool cat, not chilling on the sidewalk. I don't know where Matt's chilling today. He's a busy guy. Happy birthday, Matt Boxdorfer. Brian Kiefer, father of Jude, husband of Robin, lord of the manor. Happy birthday, Brian. Hope you have a great day. Julie Clark is an awesome human, and it is her birthday today. And we say, happy birthday, Julie. I didn't hear you in the back. Sometimes I feel like I should get romper roomy on you and just be like, I see Trevor. He's a doobie. It's Wes Penn's birthday. Wes Penn is a musician, professional dancer, exotic dancer, actually. It's interesting what he can get into. No, he is not. He is a drummer, though, so we'll still wish him happy birthday despite that. Happy birthday, Wes. Hope you have a great day. Happy birthday to Sanja Davis. Sanja was one of my high school teachers, specifically English Lit. She encouraged our awkward teenage goofiness and made sure we stayed creative but also educated. She taught alongside my mom and some other amazing women there at Jackson back in the day. At Seamers, okay. I was thinking, I knew he jumped from roads to something new, and I could not remember what it was. So, the ins and outs of towing and auto repair. That is a lot to learn. Golf memberships. Ooh, that's a good guess. Lorraine's digging, man. I like it. Lorraine's sizzling in here. She got up this morning. She's already ran 5 miles, had a protein-filled breakfast, and watched Rocky and Bullwinkle for 30 minutes before we even got here. God, I hope I can keep up. But Sanja Davis, happy birthday to you. You are awesome, and thank you for the inspiration and the freedom you gave us to be creative and to pursue goofy things and to, make Macbeth over at the Memorial Park Cemetery and those kind of things. Appreciate it. She tolerated the fact, too, that we were terribly procrastinatory. Like every project, everything we did, it was always last fucking minute. And I know she got my stuff and went, I know this is a first draft. Damn it. I know. I made it out, though. It worked out okay. Someday I'll share with you the Thomas Nash video we did for that class. Kent and Sam and I, in the corn crib of the farm, in a severe thunderstorm, videoing this skit that we wrote up to talk about Thomas Nash and what his writings were and contrasting those with the writings of King James from the Bible, which Sam played in my dad's pink robe. And it's great. It's difficult to hear because the roof of the corn crib is a tin roof, barn roof. And it was fucking loud, just rain pouring down but it's a moment for the ages. So maybe I'll indulge you with that and post it Friday morning. My point, or my plan right now is at some point Friday, when Dad and I are on the road, We're going to go live, and we're going to tell Dad stories. I'm going to make him tell stories. I'm going to put my mount up in the dashboard or whatever. We're going to put the phone up and just go live and see what happens. Stories from the commander at some point on Friday. Where on the highway? I don't know. I looked it up. You believe it's the hidden cost of owning a home. No, but that's a good guess. We call that the money pit money. A camper or fifth wheel. Loves. Oh, okay. Plow. Ooh. No, that's a good guess. Verbo cleaning fees. That's probably accurate. College books and X-ray. A house and an HOA. I would never. Dude, that's a really good deal in that house. Oh, yeah, it's got this HOA. Nope. If I buy the dirt, I can do whatever the frick I want to that dirt. That is my dirt. Pass off. Good morning, Lucas. I was just talking about you yesterday when we were out at my dad's house. We were talking about you and your bro and your sis and the wonderful folks you are. I was just talking about New Year's Eve a little bit. Shit. I totally missed the trash can. You know what bothers me is when people move the trash can. It's a black trash can with a black bag in a dark space. Shifted 8 inches that way. I missed. Crabby coworker Monday. Yeah, same, Drew. Same. Cranky coworker day. I got to get it straight. Okay, so anyway, Sanjay Davis, happy birthday. Wow, did I go off the rails. Nate James' birthday today. Happy birthday, Nate. Nate is an awesome human, for sure. 100%. Needs a t-shirt that says it. You guys go get him a good human t-shirt for his birthday. Happy birthday, Nate. Hey, it is singer Mariah the Scientist's birthday today. She's 28. I've never heard of Mariah the Scientist. But I wonder if she's actually a scientist, or if she just, threw the moniker on there because it sounded like way out there. Lonzo Ball is also 28. I'm now realizing that anyone famous under 30, I don't know anymore. I don't know who Lonzo Ball is. Not Alonzo, just Lonzo. Like llama. Pets, those friggin' carnival goldfish. You're on the right track, Trevor. Kelly Osbourne is 41 today. I don't know what she looks like anymore. I know she had a lot of work done and lost a bunch of weight or something. I don't know. She's like a totally different person she was when they did the Osbournes. Season tickets. That's a good guess. Marla Maples is 62. Marla Maples, you may remember, had a scandal with Trump back in the day. All got paid off. John, I think I know what that icon is, and I think you're correct. It is a dog. John McGowan in the showing. It is. The cost of owning one of these over its lifetime, $21,000. It is a dog. And John wins with the icon guess. Add to block list. No, I don't want to add anything to a fucking block list. This is dumb. It is dogs. And I'll give Trevor an honorable mention for the actual typed out dog. Yep, that's a winner. Congratulations, John. Let's see what John's lucky number is today. We're going to roll the old Century Casino and Hotel dice. I wish I could charge them every time I said that. I probably could if I worked it out. It's a lot of work, though. Ooh, a 1 and a 2, and there's your lucky number. It's 3 today. But you also got the Century Casino branding on that number 2 die. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. Simon LeBon of Duran Duran is 67 today. Happy birthday. Thank you for being one of my favorite bands in the world ever. Lee Greenwood is 83 today, and he's proud to be an American. So enjoy it. What else? Trevor. Hey, man, you got like 350 in on me. And John Cleese somehow managed to live to 86. So congratulations on that achievement. today. John Cleese, 86. It's time to live, laugh, love our way into some history nuggets. I mentioned it's Boxer Shorts Day. It's because on this date, in 1901, boxer shorts were first sold. What did we wear before then, Darren? I don't know. I wasn't even alive. I'm not an underwear historian. You're next. Stay over there. Stone's already sticking his neck out here. Good Lord. He's so excited. What a weekend for him. But no, boxer shorts have been around for 124 years. What do you prefer, boxers or briefs? I like the boxer briefs. I kind of dig the combo. Like, these are a little looser. These are not like suck to you kind of boxer briefs. Not big on those. I like a little room to move. But also I like to be able to pull my pants up and then not have to reach down and pull my underwear legs down. That's annoying. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, if you're going to do that, just wear briefs, because you're just going to have underwear lumps under your cheeks. Waiting for yours to finish eating to go for a walk. Sounds like me and the kids. It was on this date in 1957 that police in Oakland, California, informed Elvis Presley that he was to not swivel his hips on stage in the performance that night at the Oakland Auditorium. Said, do not do it. We'll arrest you. We'll shut down the show. We'll arrest you. No hip swiveling. So what did Elvis do? He did not swivel his hips, but he sarcastically wiggled his little finger while singing. The cops, by the way, did film the show just in case they needed evidence that Elvis was being a dirty boy. It's just, we look back at that now in our desensitized world, right? And we're like, that's crazy. 50 years, 70 years, how much things change. Taking the Frenchie to the vet this morning. Well, good luck with that trip, Drew. Hope all is well. And hope that handles the vet visit well. Some pets are terrible at the vet. Some of them are great. Some of them are like, you're the guy. You're the man. Ow, that kind of hurt. But yeah, I still like you. And then some of them squeal like you're literally cutting them open. Like it's the worst, most dramatic thing ever. I can imagine a Frenchie might be a little dramatic at the vet. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Is that an annual tradition for you guys to watch? You watch the Charlie Brown, It's a Great Pumpkin? It was on this date in 1966 that it aired for the first time on CBS. Wop, de wop, de wop, de wop. Yeah. Yeah. So weird apple pickers. 1973, number one song in the land. L.A. Ooh, Gladys Knight and the Pips. Midnight Train to Georgia. That's a good, soulful song. You want to say, somebody says, man, I don't know, I've never listened to much soul music. You can start them right there. Just start them with Midnight Train to Georgia. Leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. It's got a little bit of gospel vibe to it, but it's got a little bit of motivational song. Living well behind, to another place and time. It's a good song. I was born the next year. Hell, I might have been conceived to the Midnight Train to Georgia. Probably not. 1975, the use of the Heimlich maneuver, invented by Dr. Henry Heimlich, was endorsed by the American Medical Association. They finally said, yeah, it works, and we're down. Cha-ching. Good for him. 1982, Prince releases his album 1999, The Future. But 1982, huge album. Are you kidding me? 1999? Over 5 million copies sold worldwide. Little Red Corvette, one of the hits off of that record, right? Everybody's like, well, in 1999, you know that one. But yeah, of course the title track was a hit. Psh. And then Urge covered it right before the millennium, and they did a really good job. If you never heard the Urge cover of 1999, you need to go find that. It's probably on the internets. It's in my hard drive. I remember this. I enjoyed this because I'm kind of a trivia dork. 1996, remember Pop-Up Video on VH1? It was on this date that premiered on VH1. Pop-Up Video. I didn't watch much videos, but I would watch Pop-Up 1 when I would catch it. You know what I mean? Or Pop-Up Video on VH1. I liked it. Pop-Up Video. I'd be watching Blind Melon and it says, talks about his heroin use or whatever. I don't know. Going to see The Urge in a month in St. Louis at the pageant. Taking the fam. We're going to throw down. This is a post-Thanksgiving Urge throwdown. We're going to go. Let's go. Let's go. Got some good shows coming up. Got that one in November. Funky Butt Brass Band coming up in December. Going to be back at the Antics. Y'all come up Saturday. Go get your tickets. And in January, Nothing More is coming to Goldfinger's coming to St. Louis. I'm going to see Goldfinger with my buddy Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for having that extra ticket. You the man. Appreciate you. And in March, Nothing More is coming to St. Louis. We're going to see that one. So we got like 4 shows down the road, thoroughly spread out there, about one a month or so. Yeah, pop-up video was great. No kidding, John. She explained was that a pop-up video moment from Gladys? Explained it was originally a plane to Dallas, and she hadn't ever stepped foot on one, and in the 60s wouldn't go to Texas. So they changed it after talking. So really it was supposed to be, gonna leaving on a midnight plane to Dallas. Oh, that's so much worse. The train is just, the drive of the song fits a train, not a plane. Oh, no. And plus, had that been like, it was a little too soon for planes to Dallas conversations. Landed at Love Field, gonna drive down around the book depository. That's an interesting note. I like it. It's like our own little pop-up video in the comments, Point, 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 point. And make the little noise. Hey, Gregory, thank you. 100 Monday stars just scattered in the sky. We need it today. It's gloomy out there. It's gloomy. I know you're ready. Just relax. It's 8:02. We got to hustle. It was on this date in 2004, the Boston Red Sox finally won a World Series trophy. After an 86-year wait, the curse of the Bambino was broken. Bah. 2016, RIP Vine. Twitter discontinued Vine. Thankfully, TikTok has recycled a lot of those old Vines. Look at all them chickens. There's some funny-ass Vines from back in the day when our streaming and all that was a little more innocent. It wasn't all about monetization. It was about creativity. Vines were funny. And also launched the career of Shawn Mendes and some other folks. So cheers to that. And thanks, Gregory. And in 2020, I've never really known much about Tinder other than I think it was like a hookup app. Or it's still, I don't even know if it's still around. Tinder is like a dating app. But basically it was a booty call app. But anyway, 2020, because everybody was stuck at home, the COVID cooties, Tinder rolled out a new video dating feature called Face to Face. It allowed users to go on virtual dates without needing to exchange any personal information or bodily fluids. But it was just like you just pop on and you just hang out with each other on the phone. Called that phone calls. I don't know. That seems really dumb. I don't know why I left that in there. I apologize. We're all dumber for having heard it. Stone, save me. Thanks, buddy. Stone says the weather sucks, and I agree. You know what, Stone? I don't even really want to talk about it. Do you? I know, it is your job. 53 degrees in downtown Cape. With the wind chill right now, it feels like 50. That's right. We have a wind chill in downtown Cape, which is a big poopy pants if you ask me. Not a big fan of wind chill. But today we're only going to get up to 58. It's not even going to warm up very much. It's going to be raining, chance of rain throughout the whole damn day, cloudy skies, poopy pants. Tonight, low of 52. Well, it'll be back about where we're at. What about tomorrow, Darren? Oh, we'll get up to a balmy 61. But guess what? 40% chance of rain after lunchtime through the rest of the day. Increasing into Tuesday night. Could have some damn thunderstorms tomorrow night. Low of 49. Wednesday. Is it going to warm up on Wednesday, Darren? Stone? No, it's not, Darren. It's going to be a high of 54 and rain. Wednesday's like an 80-90% chance of rain. Just poopy Wednesday. And breezy. 10 to 15 mile an hour sustained winds, 21 mile an hour gusts. Whoosh. I know you're wet. Whoosh. Now you're wet and cold. That's Wednesday. Thursday, 20% chance of showers earlier in the day, but sun's coming out Thursday. High 56. And what about the weekend? Oh, what about the weekend? Friday, sunny, high of 60. Saturday, partly sunny, high of 59. Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 61. Breezy conditions. SEMO football back in town on Saturday. Tailgate shenanigans are going on, so I understand. I won't be here, but you can. And that's your weather forecast, provided by the one, the only, Stone Richards, comma, Lord. Isn't it dash weather, Lord? No, it's comma. Thanks, Stone. You have a good day, buddy. We got to get cooking. We are behind the 8 ball. It is 8:06. We got to get through these brekkie bits. I hate to not hit my pop culture cycles and really rock it out. Man, I could go for some toast. Actress June Lockhart. She was in Lassie. She was in Lost in Space. She passed away. She was 100. Made it to 100. By the way, we are out of sync with the EU this weekend. Europe and the U.S. are out of sync. Europe they did their time change over the weekend. We do ours next weekend. So for this week, everything's out of sync. Doesn't it feel like it? That explains everything. It explains it all. Former New York Jets player Nick Mangold has passed away at the age of 41. Nick died due to complications of kidney disease on Saturday. Mangold's death announcement came just 10 days after he had reached out to his fan base asking for a kidney donor while he was undergoing dialysis. Isn't that sad? He was asking for a donor and 10 days later passed away. This underscores, metric savings time. That's it. It's got to be it. Oh, man. But it does underscore the importance of organ donation and being an organ donor. You don't need any of them bits and pieces. Trust me. I don't care what God you serve. This is a meat basket, and it's not what's moving on. So let the meat basket go. God help the person that gets my liver someday, but they're all up for grabs. The Social Security cost of living increase will be 2.8% in next year. Cost of living increase for Social Security. That means you'll be still broke because inflation will probably go up by 3.6. What else? The U.S. Agriculture Department, or the U.S. Department of Agriculture, as it should have been written out, estimates, we're talking turkeys, Thanksgiving is just around the corner. The USDA estimates that wholesale prices for frozen turkeys will be $1.32 per pound this year, a 40% increase from last year's numbers on average. So expect your turkey to cost a bit more. Maybe now's the time for you to go sit in the woods and just find one. Anyway, turkeys are getting expensive. We'll have some turkeys to give away on the radio, I think. I don't know what we're doing with them. Probably won't until it's happening. But we'll find out soon, and you'll see it on Real Rock and probably KZIM. I think Fawn always gives away some turkeys. Why? Because she's got the most turkey listeners. Crazy turkeys. The series finale of Stranger Things drops this Friday, right? Halloween night. Ooh, Stranger Things, though, season finale. Series finale, not just season, the series finale. It's also going to be released in select movie theaters in conjunction with its debut on Netflix on Friday, the same time the episode drops. So you can watch it at home on Netflix, or you can watch it at the theater at the same time. The screenings will run through January 1st. Yes. I swear, as God is my witness. Oh, man. If you're into the marathon world, if you're a runner and you pay attention to those things, women's marathon world record holder, Ruth Chepnitich. It's got an apostrophe in the mix. I probably didn't say it right. But anyway, Ruth has been banned from competing for 3 years after a positive doping test. She on that crack. I told you, meth makes you run. And that's what happened. Oh, and if you're a fan of the Knives Out series, Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery comes to theaters. It comes to Netflix December 12th. It's going to stream in theaters November 26th for a little bit. Already has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 94. So looks like it's going to be a good one. All right, it is 8:11. We're going to talk about some dirty bathrooms today. We're going to talk about the importance of mulching your leaves. But first, we're going to talk a little love. Here comes the bride, 10 feet wide. Whatever we said in grade school. We're going to talk about husbands, though. You know, that's me. I'm a husband. You're a husband. Wouldn't you like to be a husband, too? I don't know. But husbands. And here are some things husbands should always expect from their wives, no matter what. Now, you're like, whoa, what? No, we're not getting nothing sexist here. We're talking about some things that, from a husband's perspective, we'd like to see. Open communication. Something a husband should always expect from his wife and vice versa. And I'm going to say most of these come vicariously, right? Vicariously. Vice versa, you would give this to your wife and in expectation of the same thing. But open communication. In order to build a strong and healthy marriage, each person needs to be able to comfortably express themselves so that the connection can deepen. And sometimes some of us are too dramatic when we express ourselves, or we let things sit and simmer, and then when we express ourselves, and my computer just locked up over here. On my reading side, there you go, kitten. Thanks for coming around. Highest quality. Open communication. Okay, don't bottle up, don't hide it. Talk, but talk at a reasonable volume. That's where I screw up. Active listening. We've talked about the benefits of this, but both partners in a marriage normally want to feel valued. You want to feel heard. This makes active listening something that most husbands expect from their wives, no matter what. Okay? Active listening within a marriage will grow the emotional intimacy between partners. That's what really is the strongest bond of a relationship. It's not this bond. It's that emotional intimacy. Builds a safe environment where each person feels respected and understood. Active listening. A marriage where each partner feels that their goals are supported helps to foster personal growth and relationship growth. So, support his goals, okay? Now, if his goals are something stupid, like to drink the most Mountain Dew in a day, don't support that. That's fucking dumb. But we're talking about his career goals or his life goals or his fiscal goals, his physical goals, whatever those things might be. Expect support from their wives in these goals, okay? So support your husband. And encouragement. Most men should expect and hope for encouragement from their wives, encouraging you to, hey, go play a good show. Carrie always says, have a good show. She texts me every morning to say, have a good day. Love you, have a good day, right? Just those little encouragements like, have a good meeting today. Good luck with the interview. Whatever it might be, encourage him. Lift him up. Lift him up. Dramatic music playing in the background. Appreciation from our wives when they're, when the husband is actually treating her in the relationship with respect and showing that they value it, and she should appreciate that if he's doing things the right way, and vice versa again. But we're putting in the husband perspective today. This appreciation helps to boost the quality of the marriage and strengthens the bond. And probably most importantly, active listening's way up there, but mutual respect. Mutual respect within a marriage helps both partners feel loved and respected and valued and equal. Most husbands should expect mutual respect from their wives, but you give and you take. If both partners are intentional about implementing mutual respect in the marriage, harmony can prosper, conflicts can be reduced significantly. Significantly. And it's a beautiful thing. And just some healthy little relationship tips. That's really it. I don't want to dwell on it. I just want to put it out there in the universe. Well, you ever been on a road trip, had to make a pit stop, some gas station out in the middle of BFE, and you're like, ew. The bathroom, you walk in the bathroom, looks like they probably filmed a murder scene in there or something, or looks like Willy Wonka got a meth fit or something in there. Why did I just get a Walmart notification? Damn. I'm getting weird notifications of Walmart showing up. Anyway, a lot of times you go into a nasty restaurant, you got to pee. It's easier for us, men, because we can pee standing up. We can, if this is a bad situation, we work the arc and hopefully be able to wash our hands. But flushing the toilet in a public restroom, sometimes it's a point of contention. A lot of modern toilets have an automatic flushing system enabled. Sometimes, though, people leave floaters. Sometimes there's a mess in there. Sometimes you need to do your business in an old school toilet and you got to flush it. How do you do it? Do you just grab that little silver handle and ka-chunka? Or do you do the finish your business, stand and spin, and use your foot? More than half of men and women flush the toilet with their foot or use something to protect their hands, like grab a wad of toilet paper, hit the thing, toss it in the bowl real quick, whatever it is. 99% of Americans use public restrooms. When you got to go, you got to go. But a third will only use them in a dire emergency. So a new Harris poll, here's what we got. Now, you walk into a dirty bathroom. Do you use it or do you not? 70% of women have walked out of a public restroom without using it because they felt it was, quote, too dirty. 4% of men can say the same. I have at least once, twice said, frick no, and walked the hell back out. Probably more often than I think. I'm not into it. And if it's crazy busy in there or somebody's in there making noises, hard pass. But I'm also pretty good at holding my juice. I can camel it up. Women are more hesitant than men to use a gas station restroom. Women at 45% versus 33% for men, using, quote, only when they are desperate. And that's possibly accurate, Fingers crossed. You pop by a roadside bathroom and you're like, you walk back out. Take me to the other one. Let's go down to the Loves. 27% of women confine their use of public restrooms to particular places they know to be good. Hey, I know that Buc-ee's, spit shining that bad boy in there. It's looking good. 27% of women say, I'm not going anywhere but these spots that I know and trust. Both women and men, 56 and 51% respectively, have snuck into a restaurant, store, hotel, or other establishment, non-convenience store establishment, to use the bathroom. And that's all they did, even though they weren't a customer, right? Oh, you pop by a McDonald's, they don't give a shit. You go in there and you do your business, you go back out, No problem. A bank, I wouldn't think of. Like, let me stop at a bank. Let me stop in this hotel. Like, I don't know. A hotel lobby always has a decent bathroom there. That's not a bad idea, I guess. More men than women, 19% versus 13%, have stopped what they were doing and gone home rather than use a public restroom. And that's probably because they had to number two. And I'm not a big fan of number two anywhere outside of my home. A, no bidets. This country is savage and doesn't even use the 3 seashells. And B, because you don't know what condition you're going to get into. And once you commit, you commit. You might run out of toilet paper. You might have terrible John Wayne toilet paper. What's John Wayne toilet paper? Well, it's rough, it's tough, and it don't take shit off nobody. That's terrible toilet paper. You don't want to get stuck with that. And then you're going to have to go home anyway just to clean up. 24% of women find they often have to stand in line to use a public restroom, while only 6% of men feel the same. And if you've been to a concert or a sporting event in the last year, you probably have experienced this. Really, most anything we go to, the women's restroom line is always longer than the men's. And again, it's just the time thing, right? We walk up, whiz, and walk out, hopefully washing our hands. Please wash your hands, you nasty-ass people. But women, you got to get in, then you got to drop, you got to hover or decide what you're going to do there and do your business and go pull back up, get back out, watch it. There's a lot more involved. So it's timing. You like the Pilot House and announcing to everybody, yes. Yeah, Pilot House here in Cape, for those of you not in the area, the original Pilot House, it's a small bar restaurant, small inside, cloistral, one could say. And the bathrooms are located not like in a, walk around side hall or anything else. It's like literally you could be sitting there and the bathroom door is right here. You got to go in, And if you're sitting there and somebody's having some bathroom time, that they're really doing things in there, you'll know. There is no privacy. I mean, there's privacy because the door shuts. Audio privacy, I don't know so much. That's why they keep the music up. You walked out of an expensive restaurant because their bathroom is gross. And that's why you always eat first before you go to the bathroom at the expensive restaurant. So when you walk out, at least you got fed. But yeah, Pilot House bathroom. Pilot House is, if you're not in there in a seat, there's no place that's comfortable. Anywhere else that you have to be, bathroom or standing waiting for a table, is awkward. Because there is not a waiting area and it's not a neat private bathroom. But they make up for it with all the badass food, man. It's good stuff. All right, let's mulch some leaves. We don't, after the city took my trees, I don't have as many leaves in the yard anymore. Just a higher electric bill in the summer for my lack of shade. God, I'm so glad they put that ADA sidewalk in, especially when people walk down the middle of the street all the time. So anyway, but if you get leaves in your yard, the tendency is to take the leaf blower, rake them up, put them in a pile, let the dog jump into them, put an anvil in the middle, let the kids jump in. But anyway, you have some fun with the leaves. You pile them up, you rake them. Maybe you bag them. Maybe that's what you do with your leaves. But mulching is an option you should try. And the only downside, I will say this, the only downside to mulching is if you prefer to build your snowman in your yard and you like a clean yard for that snow, then mulching is probably not for you. Or just build your snowman in somebody else's yard, like I do. Because we're talking about basically taking your lawnmower, setting it above the grass line, but mowing your leaves and mulching them into tiny pieces, which then falls down through the grass and gets into the soil. It is a free fertilizer factory. That's what happens when you mulch your leaves. And here's 10 reasons to mulch your leaves instead of bagging them up. I got to bag it up. Don't bag it up. I like the way you mulch it, those leaves. I got to bag them. Don't bag them up. No, like the way you mulch it. Mulched leaves are nutrient gold, okay? They break down, releases essential nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, a perfect slow-release meal to supercharge your yard, okay? If your lawn sucks, mulch your leaves. It will help. That's your free fertilizer factory. That's number one. Number two, the soil structure savior. These tiny leaf bits will improve the soil aeration and water retention. That action busts up compacted clay. If you got a dense yard, this will help. Give substance to sandy soils. You live down the boot heel, you got that sandy clay. This is your stuff, okay? Creates the perfect foundation for those little healthy roots to grow. Number three, mulching combines mowing and leaf cleanup into one quick pass. You eliminate back-breaking, time-consuming raking of leaves. So dumb, stuffing them into bags, hauling them to the curb so somebody else can have your free fertilizer? I don't think so. So it's the weekend reclaimer. You save some time. Get some of your weekend back. How about number four, the worm and microbe buffet? Oh, yeah, feed them critters. Leaf litter is the preferred food for earthworms and beneficial microbes. Mulching provides an all-you-can-eat buffet that builds a thriving, living soil ecosystem right under your feet. It's so smart. The hydration hero, tip number 5, a thin layer of mulched leaves. And here's the thing, when you're mulching your leaves, you don't want to let all the leaves get piled up and then go mow it. Get a layer and then mulch that, and then get another layer and mulch that, okay? Because you want it to be able to chop them up like pepper, okay? But a thin layer of mulched leaves acts as a natural sponge on the soil surface, right? Retaining moisture, reducing your lawn's thirst, protecting it during dry spells. So if you'd have mulched already, you'd be soaking it up right now. The landfill lifesaver. Yard waste is a major contributor to landfills. The mountains of trash with the cool bulldozers and seagulls on them that you see in the world. Anyway, starving of oxygen, it decomposes into methane in a landfill. Doesn't help. That's a potent greenhouse gas. Mulching your leaves stops that cycle cold. Okay, so you mulch your leaves, they don't end up in a landfill where they're oxygen deprived, buried under shit, turning into methane, farting all up into space, fucking up the planet. Mulch your leaves, save the planet. Number 7, the wallet protector. You save money twice. You eliminate the need to buy wasteful yard bags and city stickers or whatever is going on in your place where you have to have those bags for your leaves. And second, you reduce your budget for needing commercial fertilizers and fertilizing your lawn and all that shit. Now, if you pay some dude to come out and take care of your shit, tell him take care of it by mulching it in the fall. Hey, mulch, come out here and mulch. And then we'll be good. They also insulate roots. Number 9 on the list. No, number 8 on the list, sorry. The leaf layer is not just food, it's a blanket. Mulch protects your sensitive roots of your trees and your perennials from the harsh winter temperature swings and frosty heaves as we get here in southeast Missouri. And it's also a natural weed barrier. Okay, you mulch the leaves. It's a good suppressant for garden beds. And if you don't mulch in your garden, you really need to do that, okay? A thick layer blocks the sunlight that new weeds need to sprout, so it keeps the weeds down and then decomposes in the spring. Come garden time, buddy, you just mix that up in there. Oh, let's go. And number 10, the carbon footprint crusher. Shit, I can't talk today. Bagging requires plastic. You got to have plastic bags, put all them damn leaves in. Okay? That takes energy to make them plastic bags. And then you got to have fuel for the trucks to haul them leaves off. Okay? So there's more. You're tearing up your planet, damn it. We had talked about the landfill methane farts. Okay? Your leaves turn into methane farts in the landfill. Bad idea. Mulching uses only the equipment you already got. Your lawnmower and you. And if you got like an eco lawnmower, even better. Good for you. Battery one? Yeah, that's me. Okay? It's the cleanest, most low-impact option for you to take care of your leaves in the fall. So if you're eco-conscious and you're earth-friendly and you want to be that way, that's an option, okay? So mulch. Mulch like the dickens. I believe in you, mulchers. And unexpected, and she's okay with the hug. And he's like, come here. And she's like, oh, okay. You know, but then the awkward arm here. I don't know. I know she's got mom jeans. Here's your warm and fuzzies for Monday, October the 27th, boxer short day. The Daily Herald says a Schaumburg, Illinois cafeteria worker, here on the anniversary of it being approved by the American Medical Association, an Illinois cafeteria worker in Schaumburg recently performed the Heimlich maneuver on a choking student. The quick actions saved the student's life. The principal praised the worker for their heroism. Yeah, she did great. She saved a kid's life. Should give her like an extra day of PTO or something for that. You know, you're never too late to find true love. You're never too old. It's never too late in life to find true love, to get married. You never know when it might happen. These are the swirling fates, the eddies of the currents of our lives, right? People magazine reports that 76-year-old Janet Fontaine recently tied the knot for the first time. She met 81-year-old Cliff on a dating site. Jane says, quote, I had a wedding planner, a lace dress, a bridal party, and a wedding photographer. The fairy tale wedding I had dreamt of for years. It was a celebration of two very different, separate worlds coming together. We had lived so many chapters of our lives separately, and we were coming together to finish our final chapters together. I like that. Succinct. Congratulations, Janet. May you and Cliff have a wonderful life and celebrate as many years together as you can. And our final warm and fuzzy comes to us from Oxnard, California, which is just probably the nerdiest town name in the country. Oxnard. I am from Oxnard. Well, I wonder what their high school mascot is. Let's find out. You know, it's 8:30. We can do this. Oxnard. Damn it. Oxnard, California high school mascot. The Oxnard Yellow Jackets. The newly opened Del Sol High School in Oxnard has a mascot of the Jaguars. He called the Oxnard Yellow Jackets. And I wonder if they're like that show Yellow Jackets. I haven't watched that, but I heard it was kind of crazy. Anyway, Oxnard, California firefighters recently rescued a French bulldog that was not Drew's, but it was stranded on debris in a flood channel. Oh my goodness. Poor doggo, this little Frenchie is out there on some debris floating down the flooded channel. First responders saved the 3-year-old pup with a 35-foot ladder. The dog is now safe and is in the care of animal services. She is waiting for her owner to come forward to claim her. The dog did not have a tag on her collar and was not microchipped. So the mystery remains, hopefully, in the time since we've read this story. The owner's like, oh, thank God there's Reggie. Thank God Reggie's okay. And they come to get their doggo. That's your warm and fuzzies this morning for this 27th day of Rocktober. It's National American Beer Days. Pop the top. Enjoy your Monday. Stay warm and stay dry because it's pretty much garbage outside here in southeast Missouri, as Stone mentioned. So I'll see you guys Wednesday morning. We'll rock a Wednesday morning show, and then that'll be it for the week as far as the regular 7:30 show goes. I don't think Friday will be gearing up, hitting the road, blah-blah-blah-blah-blah. But like I said, we'll do a check-in with the commander maybe a couple of times. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to do it here or if we're going to go live on TikTok. I don't know. We'll let you know down the road. All right? Have a great week, everybody. See you Wednesday. Be a nice human. An immortal